Hey guys! Today I'll be showing you how to get the best of both worlds with the softness of a twist out and the definition of a braid out by doing a 3-strand twist out. Let's get started. I'm starting on clean hair that I put into this low bun so that I could stretch the roots a bit. My hair is still kind of damp, but you can do this style on completely dry hair or on a blowout or on straight hair, whatever you prefer. So we're going to skip forward. I already twisted the majority of my hair except for these front sections. I was originally going for a looser look, so my twists are medium to large size. Okay, so I'm spritzing my section with a little bit of water since my hair started to dry as I was twisting the other sections, and then I'm going to brush through this section to make sure there aren't any tangles. Next, I'm going to grab my Mix Chicks leave-in conditioner that I love. As you can see, it's almost gone. And I'll also be using my gel of choice, which is the EcoStyler Olive Oil Gel. So I'm smoothing the leave-in conditioner through my section first, following that with the gel, and then brushing it through to make sure it's evenly distributed. To get started, I'm splitting my section into 3 subsections and just doing a regular braid. You also have the option to flat twist your roots or do a cornrow instead of a regular braid. After getting a good foundation started by braiding the first few inches at the roots, I'm going to take the section closest to my face, cross it over the other 2 sections so now it's farthest from my face, and grab it with one of my fingers on that opposite hand, and then readjust my fingers. Again, I'm taking the section closest to my face, crossing it over the other 2 sections, grabbing it with one of the fingers of that opposite hand, and then readjusting my fingers. I'll show you a close-up of what I'm doing in just a second. Okay, so here's a close-up. I'm taking the section closest to my face, crossing it over the other 2 and grabbing it with one of the fingers of that opposite hand, and then readjusting my fingers. Again, taking the section closest to my face, crossing it over the other 2 and grabbing it with that opposite hand, and then readjusting my hands. It can be a bit tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, you'll kind of just fall into your own rhythm, and before you know it, your section will be twisted to the ends. This is optional, but as I start to get towards the end, I switch from a 3-strand twist to a 2-strand twist, and then I just twirl the very end so that it'll curl up on its own. If you have heat damage ends or your ends just don't curl, you can use perm rods or flexi rods on your ends to give them that curl. Alright, so that section is done. Let's move on to the last section. I'm repeating the same steps, spritzing my hair with a tiny bit of water and then brushing out any tangles, smoothing my leave-in conditioner and gel through the section and brushing it through. And then I'm separating my section into 3 subsections and doing a regular braid for the first few inches closest to the root. Remember, you can also flat twist your roots or cornrow them if you prefer. Now on this side of my hair, I'm going to take the section farthest from my face, cross it over the other 2 and grab it with one of the fingers of my opposite hand, and then readjust my hands. Again, taking the section farthest from my face, crossing it over the other 2 and grabbing it with the opposite hand, and then readjusting my hands. Taking the section farthest from my face, crossing it over the other 2 and grabbing it with the opposite hand, and then readjusting. I mentioned before that you'll eventually get the hang of it and fall into your own rhythm. So keep practicing, don't give up, because this style is so cute. So then I switch to a 2-strand twist as I get to the ends, and then twirl the very end, but you could also use perm rods or flexi rods on your ends if you prefer. Alright, so all of my hair is twisted and I already smoothed my edges off camera. I have a total of 6 twists, but you could do more or less depending on the thickness of your hair and how tight or loose you want your end results to be. At this point, you can let your hair air dry for a few hours or overnight, but my hair takes forever to air dry, so I decided to sit under my hooded dryer. This hooded dryer is by the brand Golden Hot, and I bought it at Sally's Beauty Supply. So a little over an hour later, my hair felt like it was 100% dry. As you can see, I pinned my hair up so that I can make sure that the length of my hair dried, and now I'm just going to take all of that down so I can start unraveling my twists. You can use whatever oil you like or no oil at all, but I have some argan oil on my hands and I'm smoothing that over my twists to help keep the frizz to a minimum and to also break any gel cast that there may be. And then I'm going to start unraveling my twist. I sped this up, but you'll want to make sure that you do this slowly and gently so that you don't create too much frizz. Alright, so after I've unraveled all of my twists, I'm going to carefully start separating my hair. Again, you want to take your time while separating so that you don't create a bunch of frizz and lose the definition that you have from doing the 3-strand twists. Now this step is completely optional, but I grabbed my blow dryer with my DevaFuser attachment and I'm just going to diffuse my roots a little bit to create some volume. Again, this is optional, but diffusing my hair allows me to get some volume at the roots so that I can do less fluffing, which means less frizz. Now don't get me wrong, I have nothing against frizz, but my hair is naturally going to get a bit frizzy over the next few days. I want my hair to last for a while, so the less frizz I have on the first day, the better. Next, I'm going to use my hair pick and fluff my roots to get even more volume. If you find that you have a defined parting in your hair that you don't want, you can grab some hair from each side of the parting and fluff it out with your hair pick or your fingers or whatever tool you like. So I have to be honest, I wanted my results to be a bit looser than this. What I have here is fun, but it looks just like my natural curls when I do a wash and go. So next time I'll try doing maybe 4 twists instead of 6, and I think I'll also cornrow or flat twist my roots. But that's the cool thing about twist outs. You can control your end results by changing the size of your twists. Also, twist outs can work on all hair types and textures. You just have to figure out what products will work best for your hair to hold and maintain the style. So give 3-strand twist outs a try on your hair, and until next time, I'll see you in my next one. Bye!